What we learned today?
Alright, we're gonna learn how to sweat a pipe. What you gotta do is clean the pipes up. Gotta clean all your joints up. They're gonna fit together. We're using the used piece here, so we don't have to ruin any good stuff. Clean all this old solder off. We had a leak, so we cut it out. We'll clean all this up.
So what do we need to sweat a pipe?
You need a torch. You need channel locks or pliers or something to hold it. Gets a little warm. You gotta have your flux. That's what pulls the solder into the joint. And then you gotta have solder. And a pipe cutter, and then your flux comes with a little brush. You can usually pick that up at Home Depot. And then it's always good to have a heat deflector so you don't burn anything down.
Look at
it.
that.
It looks like it's catching on fire, but it isn't. There is no damage underneath of it.
Not even warm.
Nope. All nice looking. Still a little solder on there. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. We're just re-soldering it. This is the fitting that we're putting on today. We're working with any new stuff here, so it's a little rough to get it to fit right. And there's already previous solder in there. We'll clean it up a little bit more. And we'll be back with you when we get this all cleaned up and dry fitted. We're just finishing up getting the pipe all cleaned up here so that we can dry fit it, which it fits nice and snug. Now you want to take your flux. There's no limit on how much you put on, you just put it down there. It don't matter. Just make sure you cover everything. Get it all nice and pretty so it'll stick. That's what draws the solder in. And then you make sure you get the inside of the pipe too. We're done with it. We set that to the side and just fit them back together. Then I'm gonna clamp on so that I can solder this away from the table. And then we're gonna heat it up. Let it be just a little warm, not too much.
You see the flux boiling out of it.
Yep. And you want to try it, see if it's gonna melt the solder in. Not ready yet. And then just keep your flame down here. Add a little more. And you can see that it pulled the solder into it. I'm gonna flip it over. We got a little spot we gotta touch up here. I do it for good measure, it don't need to be done. It's always better to have it done the first time than have to go back. And you just melt that right in there. And we're good. And that is how you sweat a pipe. It's ugly, but it'll do. It wasn't the best material that we're using. You can normally do this in a wall. You just have this pad that you put up against the wall, and it'll keep your heat from burning your house down. I think they're like $4 at Home Depot. And then we're good. You guys just learned how to sweat a pipe. And that is waterproof now. If you look down in there, you can see the solder. It pulls it right through. It's right under that fitting there. And then when you're heating it up, gotta make sure that you put the torch down here at the fitting. Wherever the heat is, the solder will follow it. And that's it. That's all you need to know.